Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Peaceful Senior Life. And it's always a pleasure to spend this time with you, talking about the things that help us live our best lives as we enjoy our senior years. Today, I want to focus on something absolutely crucial for our health and well-being as we get a little older, and that's maintaining strong and healthy bones. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, oh, bone health, that's just about taking calcium supplements. And while supplements can certainly play a role for some individuals, I want to explore with you today some really effective and natural ways we can boost our calcium levels and support our bone strength without necessarily reaching for a bottle of pills. Because, sometimes the best solutions are the ones that come from embracing a healthy lifestyle and making smart choices about what we eat and how we live. Think about it. Our bones are the framework of our bodies. They support us, they protect our vital organs, and they allow us to move and stay active. As we age, our bone density can naturally decrease, which can lead to a condition called osteoporosis, making our bones more fragile and increasing the risk of fractures, especially from falls. And falls, as we know, can have a significant impact on our quality of life and independence as seniors. That's why ensuring we have enough calcium in our bodies is so important. Calcium is the primary mineral responsible for building and maintaining strong bones. It's like the cement that holds our skeletal structure together. But calcium doesn't work alone. Our bodies need other nutrients, like vitamin D, to help absorb and utilize that calcium effectively. And our lifestyle choices, like getting regular exercise, can also play a vital role in keeping our bones strong and healthy. So today, instead of just talking about calcium in isolation, we're going to delve into 5 really practical and natural ways that we, as seniors, can boost our calcium levels and support our bone health. These are things we can incorporate into our daily routines, often through the foods we eat and the way we spend our time. We'll talk about the power of certain foods, the importance of sunshine, the benefits of gentle movement, and even some smart strategies for making sure our bodies are actually absorbing the calcium we're getting. My goal is to empower you with knowledge and give you some actionable steps you can take right away to build and maintain strong bones naturally, so you can continue to enjoy an active, independent, and fulfilling life for many years to come. Are you ready to explore these natural pathways to stronger bones? Then let's get started on this journey together. All right, let's get right into the heart of the matter. The 5 natural ways we can boost our calcium levels and support strong bones without relying solely on medication. These are all things that are within our reach and can become enjoyable parts of our daily lives. Our first natural way to boost calcium is through the wonderful world of food. There are so many delicious and readily available foods that are naturally rich in calcium. And when we get our calcium from food, our bodies tend to absorb it more effectively. Plus, we benefit from all the other vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that these foods provide. Now, when we think of calcium-rich foods, the first thing that often comes to mind is dairy. And it's true, milk, cheese, and yogurt are excellent sources of calcium. For example, a glass of milk provides a significant amount of your daily calcium needs. Yogurt, especially plain yogurt, is another fantastic option, and you can add your own fruits and a touch of honey for sweetness, instead of buying the pre-sweetened varieties that can be high in added sugars. Cheese, in moderation, can also contribute to your calcium intake. Opt for lower fat options when possible. But what if you're lactose intolerant or simply don't consume dairy? Don't worry, there are plenty of other calcium-rich foods out there. Leafy green vegetables like kale, spinach, and collard greens are surprisingly good sources of calcium. While they might not have as much calcium per serving as dairy, when you incorporate them regularly into your diet, they can definitely contribute to your overall calcium intake. Think about adding spinach to your smoothies, sautéing some kale with your eggs, or enjoying a hearty collard greens side dish. Fortified foods are another great way to boost your calcium naturally. Many plant-based milks, like almond milk, soy milk, and oat milk, are often fortified with calcium. This means that calcium has been added to them during the manufacturing process. You can also find calcium-fortified orange juice and even some cereals. It's always a good idea to check the nutrition labels to see how much calcium these fortified foods contain. Believe it or not, some nuts and seeds are also good sources of calcium. Almonds, for example, contain a decent amount of calcium, as do sesame seeds and chia seeds. You can sprinkle almonds on your salads or oatmeal, add sesame seeds to your stir-fries, or incorporate chia seeds into your smoothies or yogurt. And let's not forget about canned fish with bones, like sardines and canned salmon. The bones in these fish are soft and edible after the canning process, and they are packed with calcium. You can mash sardines on toast or add canned salmon to salads or pasta dishes for a calcium boost. So as you can see, there's a wide variety of delicious foods that can help you get more calcium into your diet naturally. The key is to be mindful of including these calcium-rich options in your meals and snacks throughout the day. Our second natural way to boost calcium is something that works hand in hand with dietary calcium, and that's vitamin D. You see, our bodies can't absorb calcium properly without enough vitamin D. It's like having the key to unlock the door. Calcium is the material we need to build strong bones, but vitamin D is the key that allows our bodies to use that calcium effectively. One of the best natural sources of vitamin D is sunlight. When our skin is exposed to sunlight, our bodies can produce vitamin D. Now, I know we need to be careful about sun exposure, especially as we get older, to protect our skin from damage. But even short periods of sun exposure a few times a week can help our bodies produce the vitamin D we need. Talk to your doctor about how much sun exposure might be right for you, taking into account your skin type and any medications you might be taking. Often, just 10-15 minutes of sunshine a few times a week can be beneficial. Besides sunlight, we can also get vitamin D from certain foods. Fatty fish, like salmon, mackerel, and tuna, are good natural sources of vitamin D. Egg yolks also contain some vitamin D, as do beef liver and some mushrooms. However, it can be challenging to get enough vitamin D from food alone. That's where fortified foods come in again. Just like with calcium, many foods are fortified with vitamin D, including milk, both dairy and plant-based, some cereals, and orange juice. Checking those nutrition labels can really help you see how much vitamin D you're getting from these sources. For some seniors, especially those who don't get much sun exposure or have certain health conditions, vitamin D supplements might be recommended. However, it's really important to talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement, including vitamin D. They can check your vitamin D levels and recommend the appropriate dosage for you. Remember, Too much vitamin D can also be harmful, so it's essential to follow your doctor's advice. So, ensuring you're getting enough vitamin D, whether through safe sun exposure, vitamin D-rich foods, or supplements when recommended by your doctor, is absolutely crucial for your body to be able to absorb and use the calcium you're getting from your diet. Our third natural way to support strong bones is through regular exercise, especially weight-bearing exercises. You might not immediately think of exercise as a way to boost calcium, but it plays a really important role in bone health. When we put stress on our bones through activities like walking, dancing, or even lifting light weights, it actually stimulates our bones to become stronger and denser. It's like our bones respond to the challenge and adapt by building themselves up. Weight-bearing exercises are particularly beneficial for bone health. These are activities that make you work against gravity. Think about walking, jogging, if it's safe and comfortable for you, dancing, climbing stairs, and even gardening, if it involves lifting and moving. These types of exercises help to put stress on your bones, which signals them to produce more bone tissue. Muscle strengthening exercises are also important. These activities help to build and maintain strong muscles, which in turn support our bones. Think about using light weights, resistance bands, or even just your own body weight for exercises like squats, lunges, and push-ups. You can do them against a wall if needed. The great thing about exercise is that it has so many other benefits for seniors too, like improving balance, which can help prevent falls, boosting muscle strength, and improving overall cardiovascular health. Aim for a combination of weight-bearing and muscle-strengthening exercises several times a week to really support your bone health naturally. Remember to start slowly and gradually increase the intensity and duration of your workouts as you get stronger and more comfortable. And always talk to your doctor before starting a new exercise program, especially if you have any underlying health conditions. Our fourth natural way to help our bodies utilize calcium effectively is through smart food combinations. You might be surprised to learn that some foods can actually enhance the absorption of calcium, while others can hinder it. Making some simple adjustments to how we pair our foods can really make a difference in how much calcium our bodies are actually able to use. For example, eating calcium-rich foods along with sources of vitamin D can significantly improve calcium absorption, as we discussed earlier. Think about enjoying a glass of fortified milk with your salmon dinner, or having some yogurt with a side of vitamin D fortified orange juice. Another helpful combination is pairing calcium with magnesium. Magnesium is another mineral that plays a role in bone health and can help with calcium absorption. Foods like almonds, spinach, and whole grains contain both calcium and magnesium, making them a great addition to your diet. On the other hand, some foods and beverages can interfere with calcium absorption if consumed in large amounts, or at the same time as calcium-rich foods. For example, foods that are high in oxalates, like spinach, rhubarb, and some beans, can bind to calcium in the gut and reduce its absorption. While these foods are still nutritious, it's perhaps best not to consume them at the exact same time as your primary sources of calcium. Similarly, excessive amounts of caffeine and soda can also interfere with calcium absorption and can even increase calcium loss from the body. So while enjoying a cup of coffee or a can of soda occasionally is likely fine, it's best to consume them in moderation and not rely on them as your primary source of hydration, and especially around the time you're consuming calcium-rich foods. Being mindful of these food combinations can help you maximize the amount of calcium your body is actually able to absorb and use for building and maintaining strong bones. Our fifth and final natural way to support healthy calcium levels is by being aware of and limiting our intake of substances that can actually deplete calcium from our bodies. We've already touched on a couple of these, but it's worth emphasizing them again. Excessive consumption of caffeine, found in coffee, tea, and some sodas, can increase the amount of calcium that our bodies excrete in urine. So while enjoying these beverages in moderation is generally fine, it's important not to overdo it, especially if you're concerned about your calcium levels. Similarly, as we mentioned, excessive intake of carbonated beverages, particularly those that are not just sparkling water, but also contain phosphoric acid, like many sodas, can also interfere with calcium absorption and potentially lead to bone loss over time. Another factor to be mindful of is a diet that is excessively high in sodium. High sodium intake can also lead to increased calcium excretions in the urine. So focusing on a balanced diet that's not too high in salt is not only good for your heart health, but also for your bone health. And finally, while fiber is generally very good for our health, consuming an extremely high amount of fiber, particularly from grains, at the same time as calcium-rich foods, might slightly reduce calcium absorption. Again, this is usually only a concern with very high levels of fiber intake at the same time as calcium. And for most people, the benefits of a fiber-rich diet far outweigh this potential minor effect. However, it's something to be aware of. By being mindful of these substances that can potentially deplete calcium from our bodies, we can make conscious choices to limit our intake and help our bodies retain and utilize calcium more effectively. So as you can see, there are many powerful and natural ways we can boost our calcium levels and support strong, healthy bones as seniors, without always needing to reach for medication. It's all about embracing a balanced diet, rich in calcium-rich foods, ensuring we get enough vitamin D, engaging in regular weight-bearing exercise, being smart about food combinations, and being mindful of substances that can deplete calcium. Now, as we've explored these 5 natural ways to boost your calcium, you might be wondering how to weave them all together into your daily life. And the truth is, it's not about making drastic changes overnight, but rather about gradually incorporating these healthy habits into your routine. Think about starting your day with a calcium-rich breakfast, maybe some oatmeal with berries and almonds, or scrambled eggs with spinach and whole wheat toast. Make sure you're getting some safe sun exposure throughout the week, even if it's just for a short period. Incorporate calcium-rich foods into your lunch and dinner, like adding leafy greens to your salads or enjoying some canned salmon. And think about those healthy snacks. A handful of almonds or a yogurt with some fruit can be a great way to get extra calcium between meals. Remember the importance of vitamin D. If you're not getting enough sun or vitamin D from your diet, talk to your doctor about whether a supplement might be right for you. And don't forget to move your body. Regular weight-bearing exercise, even something as simple as a daily walk, can make a real difference in your bone health over time. Being mindful of food combinations can also become a natural part of your eating habits. You might start to think about pairing your dairy or fortified plant-based milk with foods that contain vitamin D, and you might become more aware of when you're consuming foods or beverages that could potentially interfere with calcium absorption. The key is consistency. Small, sustainable changes made over time are much more effective than trying to overhaul everything at once. Choose one or two of these natural methods to focus on initially, and as they become part of your routine, you can gradually add others. And remember, this is a journey, not a race. There will be days when you might not eat perfectly or get as much exercise as you intended, and that's okay. The important thing is to get back on track and continue to make those healthy choices as often as possible. It's also really helpful to involve others in your journey. Talk to your family and friends about your goals for bone health. Maybe you can even find a walking buddy or share healthy recipes with each other. Having a support system can make it much easier to stay motivated and on track. And don't hesitate to reach out to your healthcare team. Your doctor or a registered dietitian can provide you with personalized advice and support, answer any questions you might have, and help you tailor these natural strategies to your specific needs and health conditions. By making these natural methods a part of your lifestyle, you're not just boosting your calcium levels, you're investing in your overall health, your independence, and your ability to enjoy an active and fulfilling life for many years to come. So I truly hope this conversation has given you a clear understanding of the power of natural methods for boosting your calcium levels and supporting strong bones after 60. Remember, you have so much more control over your bone health than you might think, and these 5 natural strategies are wonderful tools you can use. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What are some of your favorite calcium-rich foods? Do you have any tips or tricks for getting more vitamin D naturally? Have you noticed the benefits of exercise on your overall strength and well-being? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights can be incredibly helpful and inspiring to others in our Peaceful Senior Life community. If you found this video informative and encouraging, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us to reach more seniors who can benefit from this important information. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to Peaceful Senior Life. We regularly share videos on a variety of topics related to health, wellness, and enjoying a vibrant and fulfilling life as we age. We want to be a supportive resource for you on your journey to better health. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Remember, building strong bones naturally is a wonderful way to protect your health and maintain your independence for years to come. Keep making those healthy choices, and I look forward to connecting with you again in our next video. Until then, take good care, stay active, and may your bones be strong and your life be filled with peace and joy.